rock wall. This is the end of the quiet walkway that's nearest to Chimney Top's picnic area. There's a lot of just huge logs and stuff that look like they've maybe been laid in the path here. Then there's also an area here that looks like maybe it used to be like a stream ford, and it just kind of looks almost a little bit like it's cleared going that direction. Of course, that could be a creek itself, because there is water flowing through it. So this is as far up as I'm going to go. This looks like they've really tried to maybe cover it up, or maybe this is just not a good path to cross. I mean, it looks like a huge root ball of a tree there. So anyway, I'm going to turn around and go to the bottom of this quiet walkway and see if I can see where it may cut through and connect to the others. Back through the hole in the wall, I see this, which really just looks like maybe an animal trail. Pretty thick up there. I'm not going to go up that way. I'm going to follow the trail to the bottom of this particular quiet walkway. This is the area where there's a couple spots here. Looks like it goes back up to the parking. Up above the creek bank is this. So it looks like it continues on. I'm going to try to weed through here and see how far it goes. Made it through some blowdowns. Going to try to figure out how to keep making this work. Maybe that way or maybe this way. Creek is right down there. Okay. It gets steep right here. The bank gets steep, but it looks like the trail kind of goes that way. So let's see what we got. Yeah, it looks like the trail skirts it. Super steep right here. It'd be really easy to slip and fall onto rocks. The boot has already slipped a couple of times. Yeah, I don't think it's worth the risk to injury, but that said, it does look like it's probably an animal trail, but it continues to skirt along this high ground here. Just probably not safe enough to rely on if you were trying to use this as a path to actually do some hiking. This way or that way, don't really know. I would love it if there could be one super quiet walkway, river walk connecting all those. And so if you wanted to do a hike from, say, Sugarlands to Newfound Gap, there would be a way to connect some things next to the road so that you don't have to walk basically right at the edge of the highway the whole way. So that's what I'm out here doing today. There wasn't a lot of luck with the Balsam quiet walkway, which is the one that's nearest to Chimney's picnic area. So I might go explore a little bit more downhill. That way upstream gets a little gnarly. It's gnarly enough going downstream. It's the big island. All right, now in an old road bed. You can see the trail, Riverwalk. Oh man. All right, the trail resumes, joins the old road bed. Cole Cemetery should be right in there, but I'm not going to brave it. I'm going to stay on this very poorly marked trail. Or to just kind of show, this is how big the river is right here in this area, where you're kind of close to the the rock house, Sugarland's rock house. It's like an old fishing cottage. So if you wanted to like cross the stream here, it would be, a little treacherous. I think it's probably better to just hike it in from Old Sugarland's trail, see the CC camp, all that stuff just all at once. Just don't see a lot of sense in trying to, go the 50 or so feet in elevation down this bank and then try to make it across and get dry and continue on, and then you still have to find the trail. Still have to find the stone house or whatever. So probably not a good idea to try this. I believe I can see where the path goes right over there. I'm going to keep this rock hop rolling. Hopefully I don't bite it. But I'm kind of keeping it rolling just in case I do bite it. Hopefully I don't lose my phone in the process. All right. All right, feel a little bit better. About that log there. Am I better off to try to cross right here? It's my destination. Oh, Lord. I think that's the only rock hop I have to do. Goodness. So, quiet walkways aren't really for me, I think. And then also, you know, off trails, you know. I think I'm the kind of guy that just needs to stay on trail if I'm going to enjoy it. It's a big rock. Spoke too soon. The heartache of this trail, just so that we're being honest, oh God, about what it actually is, should you choose to go this route. The roadbed is just mud at this point, and a little bit of rocks. I've got something itching me here, something itching me here. The reason I'm using a stick that I picked up to scratch myself is because I know that I walked through a bunch of poison ivy, so it's on my pants, so I'm not touching my shoes or socks until I get home and can have some dawn outside, and I will use a water hose and try to scrub down as best I can. I read some articles that people have written. I'm pretty sure that they warned against going up this first one. I think I'm supposed to follow the trail on around and then get on the main portion, so I'm going to try that. Here it is. I would only come back in maybe some really dry weather. So I'm taking my exit, and the idea is to walk up to the pullout, the beginning, or maybe it's the beginning of this quiet walkway, or the pullout. It's like an overlook. There's a little trail that goes up there too. Then walk back on the highway to my car. That's where I came from. I'm gonna go this way up to the Campbell Overlook. So from what I understand, if I were ever wanting to do the 900 miler, which that would be awesome to do, the quiet walkways aren't required. Been curious about it in the past, but then especially the Riverwalk portion where it's all interconnected. But I think if I were wanting to hike from Sugarlands to Newfound Gap, the best way, the easiest way probably, is Husky Gap and then Sugarlands all the way up to the AT. I'm already wanting to do that for the sake of going up to Klingman's Dome for that one. So start right at the edge of Gatlinburg by CC's and hike Gatlinburg Trail to Sugarlands Visitor Center. Have to road hike just a tad till you get to Husky Gap. Of course, another way to go up would be to hike up toward Fighting Creek Gap. That's a really busy road as well, so it's really just whichever one would give you the least mileage. Oh, let's look at this. So coming up on the overlook, I was up there just a week ago. Bullhead and the pulpit up there. All right, head back on the road. There's actually a lot of room on the side of the road. Maybe it's not all this way, all the way up, but if you had to do some road hiking, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I just think it'd be really cool to be able to hike, you know, one long hike from Sugarlands to Newfound Gap, or down, either way, but I think that would be an interesting challenge. There's the top of that part of the Quiet Walkway where it actually begins. One thing I will say is that while there are almost no cars at the Quiet Walkways, two of them that I explored today, Riverview, Quiet Walkway, there are two parking areas full to the brim there. So that is apparently the Quiet Walkway that I would like to come back and check out. I'm passing right now the Quiet Walkway parking for Bullhead View Quiet Walkway, which is the first one. And it had a lot of cars there too. So I'm assuming the ways you can connect these lower ones would probably be better. It would be worth probably trying. But the upper, those two, man, that's rough stuff up there. Quiet Walkways, you know, you're talking, there's no trail maintenance. It's just in really, really poor shape. So for the most part, Quiet Walkways won't be for me, but I would like to try the second one for sure, if I could catch it when it's just not completely overrun with people. Anyway, an interesting day of exploring. Got off trail really bad. Wouldn't really recommend or want to do what I did today again. I don't think. Jim Carr, and then the upper one, which is the Balsam one. Yeah, I'm not interested in doing those again. Maybe I'll give the lower two a try.